You look beautiful. I like your
Thank
turban.
you. Thank you.
Yes, come on through. I
The
love it.
Purpose Legacy
Thank you.
Promotions, Flower World TV presents Bread Magazine with our special guest, Miss Stephanie Summers. If y'all don't know her, she's the season 10 contestant and winner of Sunday Best. You definitely was an inspiration to me, and I know a lot of other people. I was rooting for you. I was like, I hope
Yes.
Thank you.
she wins. I was
Thank
like,
you.
you kind of felt like me because I was like, we like the underdogs and we pulling through.
Right?
I'm like,
See?
she's the underdog. I hope she wins. I voted 44 times, so I'm like,
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yes.
glad
Thank
Yes,
you.
it was
that
powerful. Like every time you went up to sing, it was powerful. I know I was changed with every song that you sung. It came through and transcended.
Oh,
So thank you for
thank
your
you so
gift and
much.
utilizing it because that
Thank
is so
you.
key to walk into your gift.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
no,
So what was the thing that motivated you to audition for Sunday Best? You know, sometimes we sit on our gifts or think it's a little too late, but for you, you was like, no, sky's the limit for me. I'm going to utilize my gifting. Sometimes people don't do that. So, what was your motivation to audition and to just go for it, walk in your purpose?
Well, to be honest, my purpose, people were telling me when it first started that I should have tried out, so 10 years when Sunday Best first season, but I didn't do it. I did try out in season 4. And unfortunately, I didn't make it. And it didn't stop me from ministering or doing what I do. But, I just felt like because I was told that the show wasn't for me, I just, was
Wow.
like, well, I won't try no more. But then they did a hiatus for like 4 years and they came back in season 9, which I tried out for that in season 9. And again, I wasn't told it wasn't for me. I got yeses from the Sunday Best, but the last people that I needed a yes from, I didn't get, which was the network, BET network. And so, yes, it became, discouraging because you hear people say you have a gift, you have ministry. Um, and this is the best show for you. I never understood why they told me that Sunday Best wasn't for me. But in the end of the day, this year, it was just God ordained. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? God
And what he has
showed
for
up,
you is for you. What
yes,
he has,
and showed
that's
out.
why I love it, because when it's called and it is ordained for the Most High and it is in His will, no matter what other people think, it's yours. Just gotta
Exactly,
obey.
because
exactly, exactly,
sometimes God might not have been ready for you to put those pants on at that time, and then now all of a sudden, when the pandemic hit or everything, you never
hmm
know who needed that message, that you were
Right.
exactly.
singing, and He
I did.
put you there to like experience it with everybody.
Exactly. And it's a process. And I'm realizing, the no's doesn't mean that it's not never going to happen. It's just a delay
Right.
in that process. And you have to trust the process. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trusting the process. And here I am standing season 10 Sunday Best, God is good.
Won't he
It's the
do it?
process.
Yes.
Won't he do
Come on.
it?
Won't he do it? Come on
Yes,
through. And I needed this
yes,
word right now. Like I needed
yes.
that inspiration of that testimony that you just shared, because we all get to like Tasha just said, like with we all get to that point and we feel like we're the underdog and that we need that
Hmm.
push, and that sometimes we feel that it won't come through but it will. So you're a living
Yes,
testament to that. Like just stay in the will, be patient in your trial
yes,
and give thanks, and it will come through for you. So I needed to hear that. So see,
definitely.
thank you for just always being a blessing through your
Yes.
music, through your example, your
Oh,
testimony. So
bless you.
So
Bless you.
how did you feel when each round went through? Did they tell y'all beforehand like who was gonna make it, or you was just in shock like everyone else, and you was just excited when you found out you made it? Like, what was your reaction?
Listen, because I was one of the older contestants, my strive, my energy had to be extra because I knew that what the world possibly wanted was definitely not the seasoned, singer. So I was overwhelmed. I was, trying to do everything that I could possibly do to make sure that I kept up with everybody. So when we did not know beforehand if we had made it or not. So what you guys saw on the show is what I saw. And, it's like, oh my gosh, here I am. I'm still standing. So, the consistency for me, because I am seasoned, is what it is. I needed to make sure that I stayed consistent in being who I was, but also allowing God to do his work. So
how did you feel like
that he did.
whenever the pandemic hit? How did you feel like, oh Lord, how am I gonna do this? Like, what's going on? Like, how did it make you feel when you found out the pandemic was hitting and you had to like do something different?
You know, it was stressful. That's the truth. It was definitely stressful. We went a few months not knowing if they were even going to continue the show because we did start
Wow.
in the studio. And when they sent us home, everybody was like, well, they were expecting us to come back in like 2 weeks, so we were all excited. Oh, it's just gonna be a little 2 week break. But then 2 weeks ended up into months. And so when they decided to actually do the show virtually, um, I personally was like, it's my comfort zone because I'll be at home. The go stand here,
Right.
go move here, go do that. I didn't have to worry about, but I became everything. I was the cameras, I was the lights. And, yes, they were talking and speaking to us and telling us how to do it and place it, but we had so much. So it was stressful. But with God, I continued to maintain. And there was days that, I was like, oh, this really probably is not for me. I'm getting it now. You know what I'm saying? Early mornings, late nights. But I personally set in my heart and in my mind that if it's really on the inside of me, I can minister in the bedroom. I can minister in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to have the audience like that. I took those 3 judges and the host and made them the 4 million, 5 million, whoever, and just allow God to have his way. That's how I presented and made it go in my head. But yes, it was stressful. It was.
Well, listen, that show did manifest.
Thank you. To God
So
be the
best
glory.
believe that's what I felt. So that
Thank
very thing
you.
that you meditated on, put in the atmosphere, manifested.
Thank you
So
so much. God be praised.
Um, so we definitely glad to have you here with Bread Magazine. When it become available, I'll make sure you get the link. I'll send you another
Yes.
message on Instagram like I've been doing. It'll be
Thank
available
you.
on Bread TV, which is on Roku and Smile World TV as well.
Okay.
And
yes.
so has the pandemic affected you at all, or has it made you better, made your career better?
The pandemic, as far as being the winner, it has slowed. I don't have the luxuries as the other previous contestants has. It's definitely slowed me down. But spiritually, I lost a lot of people. I came home to losing a lot of close people to me, a lot of people that had the virus, and some of them survived, but a lot of them passed on. And it's kept me as far as it's made me have to get closer to God. You know what I'm saying? And connect in a better way. Listen more to what he's trying to tell me. And, it's really sad that this is what has happened and has taken place, because who would have thunk that we would be in this space and still be in this space? But, I'm just taking it day by day. I stay in as much as I can, but the win has opted me to have, platforms such as this, and,
Right.
people that are looking at me, and I try to stay connected through social media with the followers and stuff, and just being encouraging and being truthful to myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all go through some things, and, I try to use the platform to uplift the people in the darkness. So,
Right.
give them a little song, just encourage words of, hang in there. We may not see, what's going to take place, but be strong and hang in there because God has us in control. So
I got a
Oh yeah.
quick question for you, so you're gonna laugh. Since Jada's your niece, did she feel she was gonna beat you hands down, or was it like competition is on? I was like, boy, that girl got a voice on her, but she going against that lady, and that lady got a voice too. So,
I
so
think it
what
was
was
more
like
so me.
experience with
I
that?
I think it was more so me, because Jada is young, and the world, the new millennium. Um, but Jada's such a sweetheart, and our relationship is real. You know what I'm saying? I still keep in touch with her. I think social media has seen. Happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? I wish her the best. Her I don't know how she really felt, but I was more concerned of whether or not I was going
She
to
was gonna win. She was
lose.
gonna lose.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So I'm not sure how she felt, but I was trying to make sure that I stayed in the race because she's powerful. She really is powerful,
I was
and
thinking that too. I was like, oh my God, this young girl gonna beat this older lady. Then when you,
yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
And
she,
I
Well, they both
shared.
have a story. Both of you guys have y'all story and your testimony that is very impactful. But like
Right,
you said, it's all about timing and season, and not that she's not great in her own right. And she has her calling and her mission, and it's still
right,
recognizable, and people are still
right,
following. I know greatness is still going to come from her, just like it's your season because you've been seasoned and putting in the work, putting in the seed, putting in the labor, and now
right,
it's harvest time. So
the good news
right.
is, Miss Stephanie's getting older, so now she done made her mark. Jada can
exactly.
season to redo it, and you know,
Exactly.
going.
And some of the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? Some of the rest of them, because they were all younger, you know what I'm saying? They have the platform, they're doing stuff now. They're probably doing more than I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So some of them got CDs, singles and stuff out. And so the platform was a stepping stone for them, but it definitely is a don't quit and don't give up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Keep going. If this is what you really want, and if your heart is in the right place, God placed me here because He knew that this pandemic was going to come. And the season of everything was, don't, for me, because I am older, don't give up on your gift and your dreams. You know what I'm saying? I could have, I'm 46 years old. So I could have said, nope. At the end of the day, it's real. I'll continue to do what I do in my church home, and people asking me, but God opened up doors for me to have a platform that I can share my testimony, losing everything, wanting to quit, but I still continue to trust and believe in God. So He opened up that door knowing this pandemic was coming, and we didn't. But
Right.
here's this person that says, I'm not gonna give in to the tactics of what Satan has, and
Right.
what the world deems to be needed and things like that. So I'm just using my platform to just be a light.
Isn't it great that the Most High like use chaos to bring forth His
See?
glory? Like everybody else is worried about that, and He's still in control and on the throne. So listen,
Yes.
at Smile World TV, we love to host anything on my network, which is on Roku platform. We would love to host any song that you do, music video, any project that you have. We
Thank
would
you.
love to host that on our network. So we're
Thank you.
behind you. Bread
Thank you.
Magazine behind you. Smile World TV is behind you. I speak life to your situation and strength, and that everything that the
Yes.
Most High
Bless
has
you.
for you will overshadow you and overtake you, and that you will
Thank
continue to
you.
stride
And
Thank you
that's
through
so
the
much. Bless you.
epidemic. So yes,
the
Bless
same
you.
for Bread magazine. We're gonna have your actual article in the physical copy of Bread magazine. I have your music on Bread Radio and Bread TV. So you're gonna be a celebrity again all overnight.
Thank you so much. To God be the
yes,
glory. Thank
So,
you.
I could definitely relate to your story, about me being a 9-time cancer survivor and having a
Yeah.
stroke and having gout and went blind and couldn't hear. And I said, had stage 4
My
throat
God.
cancer. I said, God is in the midst. And it's a testimony for everybody. And by me watching
Yes.
you, I'm like, she's my testimony. Like, I was
To
really
God be the glory.
into it. And I'm like, she talking to me. She's singing over there. Like, I used
Thank
Right.
you.
to, not now, but she's singing. So,
To
I kind
God be the
you was making a platform for everyone and definitely leaving your mark.
Right.
to God be the
which
glory.
which
Thank you.
transcend ages, because it doesn't matter how old you are, where you at. Ministry is ministry that impacts, and it's the anointing and the oil that transcends and that can break yokes. So
Yes.
trust me, with everything everybody's going through the epidemic, they needed to hear that and feel that strength, to overcome a lot of obstacles. Like I said, even this interview is a blessing. So
Yes.
God be the glory. Thank you.
Well,
Thank
we're
you.
definitely glad to have you. So this is PLP Network and Smile World TV, and we're
yes.
glad with our special
Yes.
guest, Miss Stephanie Summers, season 10 winner of Sunday Best. And we definitely glad that you could be a part of it. And we hope to talk
Yes.
to you in the future and see you on some
Yes.
stuff. And
Yes.
um, we hope to
Definitely.
talk to you soon and work with you on some other stuff. And hope that you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Queen. Thank
having
you.
me. Thank you. Bless y'all.